Trial marriage husband need to work hard. Chapter number 3, suspected of creating hype. Tangning smiled as she gave a nod before lifting up her dress slightly and running towards the back of the stage. With her mask on, if you were to point out one distinguishing feature between Tangning and Mo Euro, it would have to be Tangning's legs. Tangning's legs were once known as one of the most beautiful legs in the world. Just as everyone thought the show had reached its climax, Tangning descended gracefully to the stage on a chair. All the spotlights immediately focused on her. But the crown stars was nowhere to be seen. What had happened? Everyone present ran around frantically looking for the crown star. They even searched Tangning all over. Because of this, many people couldn't help but notice her lovely pale long legs. Legs so beautiful. They were unforgettable. Just as everyone was about to give up, a smile appeared from behind the mysterious golden mask. Tangning elegantly raised her arm, tilted her head backwards, and lifted her left leg, which was facing the audience, striking a beautiful dance pose. At that moment, out from under the white dress and down her smooth legs, the crown star appeared around Tanning's ankles, sparkling magnificently. Wow! Everyone froze in amazement at the scene in front of them. The sight of Tanning lying on the chair, seamlessly moving from one pose to the next, was unforgettable. Most impressive of all, every single pose Tanning pulled, the crown star would be presented in a different light, showing off its beauty over and over again. The audience rose to their feet and gave Tang a standing ovation. Amongst the crowd, in a high but hidden position, Moting's gaze was focused on Tang, his new wife. Once Beijing's top model was here, standing in on behalf of a B grade model. There was no denying it. No matter if it was 3 years ago or 3 years later, she was still the same model born for the runaway. After Tangling's final pose, the show came to a satisfying end. HF's founder was extremely impressed with her performance. Of course, he wasn't aware the model on stage was standing. He still believed it was Moyuro. He appeared from behind the stage and approached Tangning. Like a gentleman, he offered his hand, helping Tangning off her chair and led her to the front of the runway as they bowed thankfully to the audience. Thank you, everyone, and of course, thank you, Miss Mo, for a spectacular performance. It was certainly impressive. Tangning stayed silent. She just simply responded with a bow. When suddenly, from the front of the runway, came a high pitched voice. She isn't Moyuro. I've seen Moyuro in real life, and she does not have such long legs. At that moment, everyone was stunned as they looked up and down Tangling's legs with doubt. If you're indeed Moyuro, then remove your mask. If you're not, then Tiani Entertainment are a bunch of liars. Sounds of doubt multiplied and grew louder. Even the designers of HF were beginning to question whether the woman in front of them was Moyuro. Miss Mo, please remove your mask. The designers were curious. Was she really Moyuro? If she really wasn't, then their collaboration with Tiani Entertainment would have to come to an end. Tangning hesitated, but she was already surrounded. With no other choice, she slowly removed her mask. At that moment, Everyone held their breath. At the sight of her face, some recognized her immediately as the once famed model. It's Tangni! It was rumored that after Tangning was blacklisted, her status had completely deteriorated. She was even worse off than unsigned models. Who would have thought she would stoop so low as to step in for someone else? Was she deliberating, creating hype, or was she forced due to her current situation? Tangning. It's actually Tangning. The reporters quickly surrounded Tang, giving her no room to escape. Miss Tang, could you please explain the current situation? Moyuri was the one that was invited to appear in today's show. But how come it turned out to be you? From what we know, you were blacklisted 3 years ago. Are you trying to take this opportunity to announce a comeback? As a once famous model, are you trying to take Moyuri's jobs? Are you taking advantage of her being injured and stealing her opportunity to be a spokesperson? It's obvious you are just trying to create hype. I knew it. Moyuru was already injured. How could she possibly attend the show? Famous supermodel, my ass. More like famous super cheap model. The reporters' questions got more and more intense. In fact, some were already spouting insults. Outdated chip model. Euro should be the spokesperson. Give it back to her. Tangning was slowly forced to retreat as the reporters surrounded her. Some even pushed her. At this moment, HF added to the insults. I am going to sue Tiani Entertainment. What you are doing here is blatantly lying. I asked for more euro instead. You gave me a third rate model? The designer had no idea how famous Tangning was 3 years old. All he knew was that he had not seen this model appear anywhere in recent years. As for you, I'll see you in the court. But for now, get lost. You do not deserve to be standing on my runway, he yelled. The sharp voice echoed through the building. Even the reporters were surprised. No model would just stand there and let someone yell at them like that. Why are you still here? Get lost! Tang already prepared herself for this moment but still struggled to hold back the humiliation. It was at that moment a deep, attractive voice resounded from the end of the stage. Yes, Summer should get lost indeed. In surprise, the reporters turned to where the voice was coming from. There, standing at the end of the stage, was Moti. Everyone's eyes opened wide in shock. Isn't this the CEO of Hirui Entertainment? Why is he here? Most importantly, why is he standing up on the stage? It was a well known fact that Moting despised artists that played mind games. Tangning is digging her own grave. This time, even Hirui can't help but step out from behind the sidelines. Everyone held their breath, certain that Tangning was out of luck. But to their surprise, Moting walked over to Tangning and stood by her side. With the intimidating tone of a king, he turned to a designer and continued, but she is not the one that should get lost. It is you. I could make HF disappear from Beijing if I want to. Your manners appear to be on a different level to your jewelry. Tanging's heartbeat stopped for a minute. Who would have thought her new husband, who she had only met for the third time, would stand up for her? All the reporters were stunned as they began to worry. Had they known earlier that Tanging had ties with Hiroi, they wouldn't have been so rude. HF's designer was not impressed, but he knew he could not offend Hiroi International. After a few moments of silence, he reluctantly apologized. Sorry, President Mo. I didn't know of your relationship with. You are wrong. I have no relations with her. I'm just simply questioning your character. Moting denied his relation to Tang and began to walk away. But before he left, he turned around and announced to the reporters, "There is, however, one thing I cannot deny. She will definitely become a rising star in the model industry."